Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael, and you're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we have one that is potentially heavy spoilers, or so people say.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with it, but the Latino Review, I think, is the actual source of this. And normally I vouch for them.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty reliable. Not always. They're not always right just because it's them.
Yeah, I mean, they get their sources from other people, so who knows, right? Yeah.
Half the time they're right, half the time they're wrong. But anyway, they're reporting to have a synopsis of the second draft screenplay of Episode 7.
From an anonymous source.
From of course anonymous.
Yeah,
I mean, it has to be.
Said anything,
but so that's potentially very major. But and I was even afraid to read it. Like, you didn't even want to read it. I read it.
No part. Don't tell me.
No, I read it, and then I convinced Patrick to read it.
Yeah.
And the reason is because I think this is absolute BS. I read it, and first of all, there isn't any major spoilers.
Yeah, most of the big news is like rumors that we've already heard.
They've already happened.
Yeah, so
it really, like, almost everything that is in that synopsis is news that had come out already.
That we've already talked about.
We've talked about them. Yeah.
You know. There's other things too that are like
there's a couple original things,
but they're like kind of generic, sort of like
and predictable. It's like, oh, Luke saves the day.
I
saw that coming.
Wow, what a surprise, right?
Yeah, and it is actually not very detailed. It is very vague.
Yeah,
and that's why I was like, Patrick, you should probably like take a look at this. It's nothing like we've talked about all this.
I was worried, and then I read it, and then I was like, well, I mean, I guess there would be spoilers if it was like for sure, but it didn't really seem like it was really. There was too much substance to it, and it seemed kind of like just generic points about it.
Well, this is what happened. Me and Patrick last week, we were at a bar. It's like 4 a.m, and we're drinking some beers, and we basically blueprinted the entire plot of Episode 7, and it was
the trilogy altogether.
Yeah, it was the exact same thing, and it was actually better.
Yeah, we had way more details involved in
this.
We took parts from like the expanded universe and talked about it. Like, I don't know. It seems like this could just be somebody in his basement thinking, if I say I'm an anonymous source and I write out stuff that I think might happen, maybe I'll get some recognition. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's nothing in this that if you had been following the news and you had a little bit of creativity, you could have come up with this report.
Yeah.
So, my personal opinion, BS.
Yeah, for sure.
100% BS.
Yeah.
Some of it was because some of the rumors maybe actually turned out to be true.
Yeah.
So parts of this may be true because the rumors may be true, but I have a feeling, this is just my personal opinion, is that this is just some guy making it up.
It's also the second draft, even if
it's the second draft, even if it was true, it would change.
Changes. There was like 4 or 5 original drafts of the other Star Wars
of the other ones, yeah.
So like I don't know. You can check it out if you want and read it. I don't think, if you're worried about spoilers, I wouldn't read it. But there's a good chance that it's not true anyways.
Yeah, but even if you're worried about, if you're okay with like moderate spoilers, there's nothing in there that you couldn't have thought of already.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think this has a lot going for it. That's my impression.
We should report on it because it is a rumor, but this is one that we think is false.
Well, it's in Latino Review. It's in a major newspaper. It's being reported on websites and stuff like that. So
there's a chance you've heard about it, or
So here's the news.
Our views are, I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, unless I get some kind of a little bit more sustenance to this, or like somebody like verifying it. It's just so vague
and generic.
Exactly. Yeah,
and it's like we came up with this at Detour the other week.
Yeah,
at 3 in the morning or whatever it was, just drinking beers and talking about what's the plot going to be, and we came up with the same thing.
Exactly.
We don't know the inside scoop.
We're not on the script, but we don't see the script.
Exactly.
We don't know anything.
But we follow the news, and if you follow the news, you could have come
written
up
it.
With
Yeah, exactly.
So that's, I guess, all there is. Yeah. So click the like button if you like this episode. Tells us what's good and what's not. What to keep going with.
What you think might be true. Whatever,
leave your comments because this. If you're one of those people who have read this synopsis, what do you think? This is like our opinion. I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But maybe some people think it's legitimate.
Yeah, if you have a different opinion or even have like any sort of other sources or anything you want to like mention to us, go ahead, write it down in the comments.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next episode.